welcome you all to the tutorial on LaTeX for report writing and presentation. In this session, we will learn some of the basic syntax of LaTeX via hands-on session. Let us get started. In the previous video session, we installed the basic softwares named MikTeX as well as TeXstudio. I have imported the shortcut of TeXstudio on desktop. You can see here. Before launching the TeXstudio, ensure that you just update the MikTeX to its latest updates. So just type MikTeX from Windows 10 search button. And then it will check for the updates. I'll click on check for updates. If there are any updates available currently on the current installation of MikTeX, it will identify that and provide you with the list of packages. As you can see here, I have already updated it to the current version, hence it is showing no updates. Please do this activity before starting with the TeXstudio. Once this is done, you are ready to open the TeXstudio. You can double click on TeXstudio icon. This is the front screen. TeXstudio will be loaded like this. Here I have modified some of its look and feel. So I went to options, configure TeXstudio. I changed the editor font to 14 because initial default font will be 10, which will be very small when it is displayed onto a desktop. Hence I have changed this to 14. So this is the only change I did. I clicked on OK. Now we are ready to write the first program on LaTeX. I will call not as a program, rather a code, first code on the LaTeX. So click on, you can open the new code using new option, or you can select from templates. So these are the built-in templates that you get from TeXstudio. If you select article, the look and feel of the document looks like this. Similarly, you can select various packages or various options. We will come back to each one of them later. So we will now select file followed by new. It will create an untitled area or untitled page wherein you can write your code. Let us write the first line of the program or the code. Usually the first line will be comments. Star is used in LaTeX to represent comments. My first LaTeX code. The first statement, if you are not using LaTeX, should be document class. Note that in the previous video we discussed that LaTeX is similar to a markup language, so it represents few of the tags. In LaTeX we call such tags as commands, LaTeX commands, and LaTeX commands are easier to distinguish because they start with a backslash followed by a keyword. So the first statement in my code will be backslash document class, and document class has few options. The general syntax of any command in LaTeX goes like this. If you specify anything with a square brackets, then that is an optional feature that you can use of this command, and whatever you specify in a pair of flower brackets, is the actual option that is taken by this command. Uh, as you can recollect, when we were installing the MikTeX, it has asked me the size of the page. I had specified A4 paper as default size. So there are two options that are available for the document class. One is A4 paper or letter paper. Since I have selected A4 paper, even if I do not select this option, it is going to select the A4 paper. Here I'll go ahead with selecting A4 paper, and optionally I can also specify the font size. The font size is to be specified in terms of points, 12 point. So what does this entire statement or the words in a pair of square brackets mean? It means to the entire document, any text that it gets typeset, it will be typeset using 12 point font, and the page will be A4 paper. After that, I'm going to specify some of the built-in document classes. Your LaTeX provides around 5 to 6 built-in classes. The one of the most basic document class is an article. Usually, article uh, is the most famously used document class because most of the papers or journal submissions, they are all of article in nature. Then my actual content should be specified within begin the flower bracket document and end document. So if I type begin document and press enter, automatically the Text Studio IDE will write the end part of it. If you are aware of any programming language like C or Java, you can treat of this document class as being hash include stdio.h or your package or import statements in Java, and this begin and end you can treat it as main or your public static void main of Java. So both are mandatory, document class and begin and end document. In fact, whatever you write within begin and end and inside a pair of flower brackets are referred to as environments. The convention is like this: whatever you specify in a pair of flower brackets inside begin and end is famously referred to as environment. We will see in future lecture series or tutorials the use of so many environments. Let us now write the code. Since this is my first program or first LaTeX code, I will just write welcome to first session on LaTeX. So whenever I am writing LaTeX, the look and feel of LaTeX or the typesetting of LaTeX has a specific format. So I will use some built-in command or tag for LaTeX. So this is the my simple code. It is just around 4 to 5 lines. I'll revisit each of the lines. Percentage symbol forms comments or it indicates comments to the LaTeX code or LaTeX document. Document class is used to specify the type of the document class. Every LaTeX code must have or it must belong to either one of the document classes. There are various built-in document classes available in LaTeX. One of the most famously used document class is article. So I am using article here. Next, whatever I write between document class and begin is famously referred to as preamble. preamble contains some of the codes that control the entire look and feel of the document. We will see what code that is formed as a preamble in the future sessions. Note that anything that you write between begin document and document class is referred to as preamble, and this preamble affects the entire document setting. Let me save this. I would go to documents and create a directory called LaTeX session or LaTeX tutorial, and inside this I'll name it as first or hello world. It means it's the first document I am creating. Save it. Then this is the code, and since it's a markup language, it must produce a typeset document, and we usually specify this typesetting document as a PDF document. So how do I run it? How do I do the steps? There are two ways. One is you first compile it and then run it. There is one option available which is build and view. The shortcut for the keyboard is F5 key. What will this do is it will load this entire code into LaTeX and compile it, identify what all commands you have written, and based on the command and the content it will decide based on the command and the content it will decide what should be the typesetting of this document. So in the messages window, you will see all the steps after the compilation. So I'll go ahead and click on build and view. So I'll press F5. You can see here it has started compiling. So PDF LaTeX is a application which will take the LaTeX code and converts it to a PDF document. It has taken some time to compile, and immediately when the compilation stops, you would see in the right hand side a document which is the output of this code. You can see this is a PDF document. So if I open this installation directory where I had created the where I had stored the file, you would notice a presence of PDF. Of course, there will be other files also. You would notice the presence of PDF. So PDF LaTeX application has generated the PDF depending on the code. So I'll come back to this, and this is what has been displayed here. So this is whatever you are seeing here is actually a PDF. Based on this code, you have generated this PDF. And also notice this is the first line in this PDF or in this LaTeX code, and it has left some margins: top margin, bottom margin, left margin, and right margin. This is, we refer to it as typesetting. So article has some built-in typesetting values or typesetting environment according to which it is going to create the document. And also notice the page has been numbered as 1. This is also the default setting for article. So whenever you use a document class called article, it is always going to name the page number as in the bottom in Arabic numbering system. Now I'll also notice how LaTeX has been typeset. It has been typeset in a different way. The reason is because I have used a command for LaTeX. Suppose I do not use this command, simply I type LaTeX and I'll build it and run it. Let's see the difference. As you will notice, LaTeX is now displayed as a plain text. If you want the LaTeX to be displayed as a special form of text, you must use command for that. And also notice Text Studio automatically highlights the lines which which will be modified by the code. Now I am modifying this to LaTeX. I'll specify backslash and then build and run it. Just observe, it is showing some yellow highlight. This means that only this line has been changed. This becomes a handy tool whenever you are modifying a big document and wants to see in the PDF which part of the content got modified and in which line that content resides. Now instead of LaTeX, I will use one more form of that command. If I just type LaTeX, if you observe carefully, you will see LaTeX E. So I'll just compile this and show you the change. You can see here when I type LaTeX E, it is automatically showing LaTeX 2E. 2E represents second edition of the LaTeX. Now you have learned the basic syntax of LaTeX. The basic syntax of LaTeX is very simple. Next, we will see how it differentiates between spaces and lines. If you are a HTML or a web developer, if you are well versed with HTML, you know that markup languages are very strict in specifying spaces and new lines. Let us have a look into it. This is, so after this I'll put a tab, is so many tabs, a sample text. This, after that I'll put one enter. This is another text. Note that I have used a lot of spaces in between each words, and also after one line I have hit an enter and then written another line. Let us see how this gets typeset. I am not using the term compile, I am using the term typeset because LaTeX is a typesetting tool. I'll press F5. What you observe is a strange behavior. You notice in the output PDF there is no unnecessary spaces and even enter is not considered. Means space as well as enter are not considered as white spaces. So the question comes, how do I specify enter? It is very simple. To make the LaTeX put the content in the next line or a new line, just specify a blank enter. This is referred to as a blank enter. Now let us see what happens when I compile this, or when I build this, or when I typeset this. You can notice it has now gone to the next line. It is very simple as that. It is not going to consider multiple spaces. All the multiple spaces, tabs, they are all considered as a single space. And if you want to introduce a new line, just specify an empty enter. You can also see here this, there are other options also which you can make use of using this. We'll come back to these icons in the further section. Next, we'll try to understand what is actually typesetting in detail. We have only printed few text, so we are unable to understand how exactly the LaTeX considers the typesetting. To understand it more detail, we'll have to write a lot of text. Now there are various ways to do it. One is you can copy paste a big text from the internet or from some source. Again, copying and pasting becomes very difficult. So for that, most of the typesetters or typesetting programs provide one or the other packages which can automatically generate random text. The feature or the use of random text is to provide a better look and feel, or to specify better typesetting to the document. So the content of the text is immaterial. So we use one package for generating random text. We call it as Lipsum package. Lipsum actually refers to lorem ipsum. It's a random text generator usually used for typesetters or typesetting tools. Now Lipsum comes with a lot of random text as a paragraph. In my code I can decide how many paragraphs from those random text package I want it in my document. So now I will select the first paragraph. The syntax is like this. I'll need to use \lipsum, and in the square bracket I will have to specify which paragraph from this random text I should consider it in my document. This concept is very similar to the concept of import packages. When you write import in Java and say dot star java.io dot star, not all classes available in that package they are available. You must explicitly use those classes in your program to make the JVM to actually import those classes. Similarly, I am supposed to specify which paragraph I want in my document explicitly. So one means the first paragraph of this Lipsum random text dictionary will be available in my document. Now let me see, or let me show you what will be the output of this. I'll typeset this. It is taking some time to compile. You can see here. Because this Lipsum package is not part of the standard package, it might download it from the internet, so it might take some time. And because I have disabled any interactive window to be displayed while downloading the package, I will not get any message as to whether it is being downloaded from the internet or not. So I just need to wait for some time. You can see here, this is a random text I was talking about. Try to see which language this package has or this text has, and also explore few of the interesting aspect of Lipsum over the internet. You can do this as an interesting activity. So you can see here, now I am able to successfully produce one random paragraph from that package. And also notice how the text has been arranged. The first line or the first word in the paragraph has been left with some space, and also see the alignment of this paragraph. It is both way justified. So by default LaTeX has produces the typesetting wherein the text is stretched both left hand side and right hand side. Now you are able to get the feel of the left as well as right margins of this article class. Now I will go ahead and import other paragraphs. Suppose I want to, in my program or in my code, I want to put the fourth and fifth paragraphs from the Lipsum package. This is how I will write it. So this is to be written with a pair of with the dash. 4 here represents fourth paragraph. 5 represents the fifth paragraph of this Lipsum random text. I will also go ahead and include say ninth paragraph from this list, from this Lipsum package. I will now compile. See what happens. You can see here it has taken, it has left, it has created so many packages. It has created so many text, and all the text is being displayed in the same paragraph. So I'll just put one enter here because blank enter represents new line. So now I will save it, Control S, then F5. This time you can notice it has properly left separate paragraphs. I will also go ahead and include few more random text from 9 to 13. There are totally 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4, 5 paragraphs I have included from the Libsyn package. F5. What you would notice is now this output spans multiple pages. You can see here this is actually the bottom margin and this is the top margin of the article class. So article class provides some amount of top margin, some amount of bottom margin, some amount of left margin, some amount of right margin. So, and also see here in the second page, the page number 2 has automatically displayed. Now, this is the built-in setting for article class. I can also optionally modify this 12 point as 10 point. Remember, there are very minimal point values which are supported for document class. You just cannot write 24 point or some big number. The ones which are supported are 10, 11 and 12. Now I have reduced the point size of the fonts. So let us see. You can just keep staring at the right hand side of this PDF, right hand side of this screen. I am now going to compile it and build it. You can see this font size got reduced. This is how you can quickly reduce the font size. Remember, these font sizes are always relative, they are not absolute. Hence, they have to be understood in the context in which you are using them. This is a bit confusing part, but this is how it is in LaTeX. I'll run it. You can see it now. The font size has been increased. I will also try to change the page from A4 paper to letter paper. Let us see whether we will observe any changes from this page. So A4 page has some width and height. Letter paper also would be having some width and height. So let us see whether we are able to observe this change here. I hope you are able to notice a small shift in the characters in this page. That is because of change in the width and height or dimensions of A4 paper with letter paper. I'll again revert back A4 paper. Now again see this change. I'm going to run it now, typeset it now. You can see a small shift. This is because of the page style. Now, having understood how article provides the width, look and feel or typesetting of the document, the actual values of how many margins in centimeters it will leave with respect to top, left, right as well as bottom, we'll be seeing that as a chart in the further sessions. Now again I'll introduce. Now what I will do is, instead of article, I will try to use another built-in document class called report. So if you are interested in, or if you are interested in using LaTeX for your mini project or major project thesis or MTech thesis, you must use report class, because article class is used only for creating papers, technical papers or journal papers. Now let us see what changes that this right hand side document produces when I switch from report to article. I'm going to now build and view. You might not be able to see much change in this case. Let me change it from report to book. This time the change might be more intense. What you observe here is the change is immediately noticeable. When I specify book, this document class book is well suited for typesetting large volumes of pages, especially the book producers. So the page number appears here, and also the left margin is smaller than the right margin. And also if I go to the page number 2, the page number 2 appears here, and in page number 2 the left margin is larger compared to right margin. Now you might ask why this is so. The reason is because books are bound and they are typeset 2 pages at a time. So book ensures that the odd numbered pages always have right hand side of the margin as large number, and even pages have left margins as large number because it will be bound on the middle. This odd numbered page goes to the left hand side and even numbered page go to the right hand side of the that particular page when it is actually being bound, hard bound or soft bound. So this is book. Now if you are submitting papers to the journals, you know that most of the journals have two column text. This is one column text, so it should have two column text. So there is one built-in document class called IEEE Tran. IEEE Tran. Let me run this, changing the document class from book to IEEE Tran. I'll build and view it. I think it is IEEE Trans. Let me check it. I think T is small. I'm not sure about this. Yeah, let's check now. I'm sorry. Okay, it should be IEEE Trans. IEEE Tran. Yeah, IEEE Tran. T is small. It is now trying to compile and generate the document. It is done successfully. Now you can quickly notice the typesetting of this text. What you need to understand here is you have not altered any of the text, but still you are able to get different typesetting of the document. This is it not really looking like a technical paper? Try to do this activity in Word. You will have to remember lot of windows and their settings and their options. Here, if you can remember just few of the commands, it will do most of the task. So in this session, we have seen many of the built-in document classes. They are many of the built-in document classes. They are article, report, book, followed by IEEE Tran. So let us move back to the presentation. In this session, we saw few of the syntax or basics. We also saw we wrote a plain text file which describes the document structure and presentation. LaTeX converts source text combined with markup into a typeset document. The one that you saw in the right hand side, which was PDF, is referred to as the typeset document. The basic syntax goes like this. Whatever you write between document class and begin is referred to as preamble. We had seen few of the options in the document class like A4 paper. We can also use two column as a keyword so that automatically it will convert it into two columnar output. So the general form of document class is document class options and the class name. These are the built-in document classes available to the all LaTeX documents. Article. Inside document class, in a pair of flower brackets, we write article. What is the meaning of this article? It is used for articles in scientific journals, presentations, short reports, program documentation, so on and so forth. So if you are using LaTeX for such purposes, you can set the document class to article. When I use IEEE Tran for articles with IEEE transaction format. If you are from computer science domain, you know that most of the journals comply to IEEE transaction format. So in such case, you might, based on your publisher or the journal authority, you might have to use the document class called IEEE Tran. We also have one more document class called proc, a class for proceedings based on the article class. We will not be using this much. The ones which are used famously are specified with rectangles, hollow rectangles. Next we saw report for longer reports containing several chapters, small book, thesis. So if you are interested in using LaTeX for your mini or major project, you have to use document class as report. If you are interested in typesetting a real book, you can use book class. And we can also use a famous document class called Beamer. This is used for presentations. You can typeset or create beautiful professional looking presentations using Beamer class. We will be covering Beamer class in the further video sessions. These are few of the options for document class. As I told, there are only 3 font size settings that are available: 10 point, 11 point and 12 point. It sets the size of the main font in the document. If no option is specified, the default font size is 10 point. Two types of paper it specifies, styles of the paper it specifies, A4 paper and letter paper. We can also specify A5 paper, B5 paper, so on and so forth. We can also switch between the columns by specifying 2 column as well as landscape. We'll be seeing all these things in the further sessions. So to make a report in 12 point type on A4 but printed in one side, you can write this document class. There are some special characters in LaTeX. You cannot write them as is. One of the special character we had already seen, that was percentage symbol. So what if I want to display a percentage symbol in the LaTeX document? How do I do it? You just need to precede it with a backslash to signify that it's a special symbol and its meaning is to be ignored. I'll switch back to article. I want to type 10% of something. So this percentage symbol, you can see here, it is now treating these characters as comments. So just precede its declaration with backslash. Now let's see what happens. I'm now going to run it. You can see it has clearly displayed the percentage symbol. If I had not used backslash, just observe what would happen. It just displays 10 because after that it considers it as comment. Similarly, we have various types of special symbols which are actually displayed here. We have hash, dollar, percentage, cap, underscore, ampersand, opening and closing flower brackets, backslash and tilde symbol. To typeset these characters in your LaTeX document, you need to use precede the declaration with backslash. Only exception for backslash is to display the backslash. You don't type 2 backslashes. Rather, you will have to type backslash text backslash in a pair of empty square brackets. This we had already seen. Sometimes we have to specify the text that is to be influenced in the environment. The begin and end document is actually an environment. So with this, I'll be ending this session. In the next session, we will see other important syntax of LaTeX. Thank you.